is the popularity of driving waning. So vehicle miles of travel, VMT in the US, peaked in 2007. It's been relatively flat since then. And then we also know, and I'm going to show you data on this a little bit later, that VMT declines are greater among teens and young adults than among older travelers. So there's a lot of chatter out there. So where have all the young drivers gone? So there's the economic downturn. There's higher fuel prices. There's increasing use of information and communication technologies. There's stricter driver's licensing requirements. There's the improved provision of public transit and biking and walking facilities that gets mentioned. There's later transitions into adulthood, which is important to think about. And in the mix also is this idea that somehow there's this cultural turn toward more urban, less car-dependent lifestyle. If we are headed into a new, greener era where young adults are increasingly dependent on transit, on their feet, on biking, on their mobile devices, and overall they're less dependent on cars. However, and this is the caveat, is whether this is good news or bad news, if depressed driving is due mostly to limited auto access and high unemployment, then I would argue that celebrating declining travel may be premature, and it may certainly be cold-hearted for those with limited opportunities.